Today's financial advice is sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth. We're back here with Brady Franklin, a partner at Endeavor Private Wealth. Brady, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us today. So last week we discussed how risk tolerance questionnaires can help financial professionals get a sense of the psychological drivers that can affect investment behavior. But would you give us some examples of the forces that can affect the way we make financial decisions today?
There are hundreds of these forces, these behavioral biases that are shaped by our past experiences, personal beliefs, our feelings, and emotions. Biases are generally either cognitive or emotional. Cognitive biases affect the way we think and may cause us to follow faulty reasoning. Emotional biases relate to our feelings, those gut feelings that exert great influence on decision making. One of my favorites has elements of both. It's known as cognitive dissonance.
All right, well, it does sound rather complex then.
And actually it is, because it involves lots of things. Our knowledge, where and how we obtain our information, our additional information, our experience, our thoughts, and our feelings. Take, for example, an investor who believes something is true only to find out that it is not. When the investment they made goes woefully bad, they may attempt to alleviate their disappointment by ignoring the truth. They may attempt to rationalize their decision and buy more, doubling down, even though they should be evaluating the new purchase objectively and independently of the initial investment.
Like a classic case of throwing good money after bad. Why don't people seek advice in these situations then?
Oftentimes they do, but they seek that advice from people or sources that are most likely to confirm what they believe or want to believe, rather than presenting information and evidence which contradicts their beliefs. This is known as confirmation bias, which keeps an investor in the dark, ignoring information which is contrary to their beliefs that they already hold.
And it's hard for some people to admit they're wrong, but it can come in with a pretty hefty price tag, can it?
It certainly can. Being confident is good. However, being overconfident can be dangerous when we overestimate our ability to judge the merits of an investment, or when we underestimate the probability of premature death or disability and fail to consider insurance or other wealth preservation strategies that could ease the financial burden on our families should those bad events happen. And even if people aren't overconfident, many of us are just comfortable with the way things are, and we don't like to make changes. That's referred to as status quo bias, which can induce a false sense of security as we tell ourselves to keep things as they have always been, just because it's worked out so far.
And Brady, there's a lot going on inside our heads when it comes to financial decision making, isn't there? How do we suggest, can we deal with that?
Chris McGee and I believe that first and foremost, we have to remember that we're human. We're going to make mistakes. We also believe that with proper guidance, investors can make fewer mistakes and better decisions. They can start by working with trusted financial professionals who always listen to them to understand their feelings and emotions, who will help them sort out the conflicting information they may be dealing with, and who will tell them what they need to hear, not necessarily what they want to hear.
I think that's absolutely true. Brady, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And of course, to learn more about Endeavor Private Wealth, visit endeavorpw.com.